Well, hey. Happy Thursday, everyone. I am so thrilled that all of you are joining us today. I'm Tia Knapp, and sitting beside me virtually
I
is
am Dr. Michael Gross. I'm so happy to be here with all of you.
we have we only do this for 30 minutes, so we're going to cut right to the heart of the matter, okay? Because the topic that Michael has to share with us today is really, really important and it applies to all of us, okay? But before I go into that really quick, as you're all joining us, I'd like to go ahead and introduce Michael, and we're going to keep it kind of brief, okay? So, Dr. Michael Gross is professional keynote speaker, energy transformational coach, entrepreneur, and the author of the Spiritual Primer. Applying God's 12 transformational laws to reawaken your soul by reconnecting to God, the true source, to experience your true source, love, joy, and happiness. He goes into many, many things regarding his skills, and all I can say is that this man, I'm going to put my notes down, okay, because this man changed my life. He woke up my soul almost 5 years ago. It's coming up really soon. And from that point on, it's been the most incredible spiritual journey that I've ever been on. I never really understood the difference between spirituality and religion until that day. And when he woke up my soul, that's an amazing story that I'll share with you at another time because this is Michael's time to share his wisdom with us. He's a transformational coach, he's a minister, he's an international consultant, he's gone halfway around the world, he's traveled, he's shared his inspiration and wisdom with people in different countries in Canada. Let me see if I can remember. In Canada, Korea, South Korea. Um, Michael, help me out here. You've been all over the place.
Dominican Republic, South America, Australia, New Zealand, Baltic countries, Caribbean countries. Probably missed a few in between, but whatever.
True. Okay, Michael has been on his spiritual journey over 30 years, I think close to 40 now. And he's learned so much along the way. He's a Reiki master. He's got a doctorate in alternative healing. He's a thought field therapist, certified professional hypnotherapist, and a Michael, I'm having a hard time with that. Non-denominational minister. My goodness. He showed me his file one day of how many weddings he's done, and that file was like so thick, over 1,000 weddings. So if you're looking for anyone to perform a beautiful service or anything, definitely connect with Michael. I'm going to go ahead and put his contact information in the comments, and I'm going to turn this over to you, Michael, because I speak so highly of you, and without a shadow of a doubt, you are the greatest gift that ever came into my life. Okay, you're
Thank
welcome,
you.
Michael. Take it away.
Well, thank you, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I was thinking and asking the true source, what should I talk about this evening? And as you know, if you've seen our other podcasts, we sometimes make up words, or I do, or whatever. Nothing is rehearsed, nothing is really planned. We just know at the last minute and we just be in the flow. And that's so important for us to realize we have to be in the flow. And you're probably wondering, why is our life so many times chaotic, and sometimes it goes smooth, and sometimes there are challenges, and we get angry and we get upset, and so on and so forth. And if you look at the ocean, the tide comes in and the tide goes out. And your life is always like the ocean tide, coming in and come out, changing, rolling, going forward, sometimes stepping backward a little bit. But why is this really happening? And the point is that we have to realize that sometimes, I know it's hard for you to understand, sometimes you become stubborn. And it's like my way or the highway. Not that I've never been stubborn. Is my nose growing Pinocchio? But truly, yes, I have been stubborn at times. But more importantly, we have to discern between stubborn and following a course of action. But everything in our life, even those that are go smoothly, joyous, and happily, we learn something from it. And when we have the challenges and things go kittywampus, we get angry and upset. And what do? We fight it, we get upset, we get angry, and then finally we give up or we change. But it's so important for us to understand. For whatever you're insisting to do, whatever you want to do, it has to be my way or the highway. What happens is there's resistance to change. And that resistance to change is what's creating chaos. So, as I mentioned, to be in the flow of life. Really, what does the flow in life really means? Well, first of all, it teaches us that what you think you create, what you create, or you experience. So think about that. If you are expressing love and joy and happiness, there's a vibration and frequency and an energy that keeps repeating itself. Love and joy and happiness. Oh, love and joy and happiness. I love these little challenges. I love doing this. I love doing that. And just spending some time to relax and take care of yourself and see the beauty in all things. And then when we become stubborn and hard headed and we resist, it creates chaos. So, whatever we're thinking, whatever we're believing, whatever we're trying to achieve, we are creating an outcome. And the outcome could be joyful and happy, it could become negative and hard. There's no such thing as God's punishing me, I'm doing a bad thing, or so on and so forth. Everything boils down to you, your behavior, and your belief system. Isn't that interesting? Your belief system. How many of you souls that you've looked at life and you felt unworthy or ignored or insecure, or unhappy or depressed or angry? When you're feeling that, those are emotions. So whatever you think you create, whatever you create, you experience. The law of the universe says whatever you're expressing, you must want more of. So we'll give you more. So if you're down in the mouth, depressed, sick, angry, ill, blah, 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 whatever is going on, you're going to keep repeating it over and over and over again. Why is that happening? Knock, knock, knock. Hey, see what you're creating? You remember those good times? Yeah. You thought about how happy and the good they were and the joy you had, and you had more good times. Think about that. Think about this for the moment, that what really brings you pleasure and joy in your life. Spend time on that. At least 15 minutes a day. You're going to be challenged. Oh, well, let's see, I got to get the laundry done. I got to go shopping. Oh, I remember being happy about this. Oh, it's a time up. I got to do this. I got to do that. Everything can wait. Everything can wait. It's your life. It's about you creating the life of joy and happiness. Forget about, I have to have more money, a bigger house, bigger car. I have to have people impressed with me. Forget about that. Whatever brings you joy and happiness, you will create in your life automatically. I want to go on a vacation to Italy. Just think about it and forget about it. All of a sudden, the money will appear, the opportunities will be there. There it is. Or perhaps, I think I'd like a little bigger house. We got more kids. I need more room. And lo and behold, it'll show up well within your means to obtain and maintain. That means pay for. I know Tia wants to say something.
I do. Thinking about that 15 minutes and thinking about what gives you great joy. I had no idea that I know that I wanted to go to Estonia. I chose to go to Estonia, and I had no idea where the money was coming from. And I kept thinking about the house, and before you know it, with your help, Michael, the money was there, and the journey was incredible. And I had the opportunity to go with, we went together, and it was more than just what I ever imagined. It was more because you came too, and that was not even in my, ultimate goal at the time. So your thoughts, like you talk about, your thoughts are really things, whether it's a 15 minutes of enjoying ice cream with a friend, or something as big as what happened to us in March. And I can't thank you enough for the things that you've taught me along the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you for explaining that and sharing that. So it's really important that everything is energy, and energy attracts energy, like attracts like. So if you're expressing hate, you're attracting hate because like attracts like, whatever you're liking or thinking or believing. There are souls that I know that always end up having the right money, whatever they need to take a vacation. They need a new car. They always have the money eventually to get a new car or a new house or whatever. It's always there. It's like rolling one after another, after another, after another, after another. So when you stop to think, you are an example of life. You asked for this life, and now it's up to you to create the life. And it's so important. There's an old religious cliche: not by your words, but by your actions shall you be known. Oh, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, and so on and so forth. And people will put on masks and say all this stuff, but they really don't believe it. I saw something really interesting on, I believe it was YouTube, and these people are saying politically, we have to share the wealth and have the wealth, and we want to share the wealth, and we're really hurting. And these were minorities that were worth hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, telling everybody we have to share the wealth. Maybe they're philanthropic, I don't know, but they're worth hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. Well, why aren't they sharing it? Why aren't they talking that way? More importantly, why aren't they sharing how they were able to obtain that and how it may have changed your life? So there are two schools of thought. You can create wealth. Well, abundance? How do you describe wealth and abundance? Well, wealth and abundance, I'll put them together: joy, happiness, perfect health, fun, laughter. Yeah, finances too. But many of these things are unimportant if you're not full of wealth of joy and happiness and perfect health and enjoying everything around you and showing an appreciation. See, whatever you give thanks for and you appreciate, the universe said, good, we'll send you more. And everything you send out negative, good, we'll send you more. Why would they do that? Why would the universe do that? Not God doing it, the true source. It's you. Your energy and frequency and vibration, which is all you are, has the ability to magnetize, bring into your life whatever you believe yourself to be. And it's there. Many people have missions and goals. I was reading something about Albert Einstein and the things he talked about, besides the MC squared and so on and so forth, about how energy does a dance and they get together and join together and they separate and they go around each other. I'm being rather vague because I'm not a scientist, but I heard this man speaking and he said, well, that was back in the late 30s and 40s. We just found out 5 years ago. Everything he said is true, and we laughed at him. He had great knowledge. You have great knowledge. Just because you don't have a PhD, and by the way, PhD, means piled higher and deeper. That's the old acronym we used to say. What's more important is you have a PhD of life and understand life and understand joy. And more importantly, you are here to experience everything on this planet that adds knowledge, that adds power. And then it's up to you to demonstrate what you've learned, sharing your knowledge only when asked for, or say, I have a suggestion, and not giving it unless they're interested. But more important, you have to lead by example. Now, there's a lot of talk right now, and a lot of the talk is there's a new earth coming. And I believe it is, but I don't know when. And some souls will be there in the higher vibrations, some will choose not to. But you see, if when we talk about realities or dimensions, you are creating your reality and dimension at a sub level. Let me explain that. So if you come home or you're out and nothing's going right, my life sucks, and so on. You creating a dimension and a reality of a sucky life. If you say my life is joyous and happiness, you're moving to another dimension, to another reality of joy and happiness. Well, if like attracts like, and whatever I'm putting out there is magnetized and coming back to me, think of your thoughts. Think of the direction you're going into. So important. And of course, when I talk to souls about this, they go, well, 5 minutes went by, nothing happened. How long have you lived in this negative reality? Maybe 20 years. Okay. So why do you think 5 minutes, nothing's going to change? You see, it can be instantaneous. Like before you can blink your eyes, it's there. It's the old programming, the old roadmap that is blocking you. That's what we need to understand. Because 94% of your thinking comes from the subconscious mind and from the ego. It's understanding that the ego, edging God out. Thank you, ego. Appreciate your help. I'll get back to you later. It's all about being worthy. And so I talk about FABA, Frank Barbara Apple, faith, belief, and acceptance. Well, I have faith it's going to change someday. How about believing it's now happening and accept that you are worthy? Saying it, it's a start, but you have to feel it. You have to feel worthy. You have to feel that you're unlimited. You have to feel there's love and joy and happiness in your life. And don't try to figure out how it happens. That's not your job. That's your soul and the universe's job. The only thing that's necessary is for you to know it is now happening, it's occurring, and it's cool. Those of you who have read my book, you read about all these little thoughts. And even now I post on Facebook and YouTube words of wisdom, thoughts, and they're all channeled. And shortly, Tio had a beautiful, wonderful idea that we come out with the photographs with all the little quotes from the true source. And as you know, Tio is an award-winning photographer and will be coming out with a booklet. And she came out with a little sample one. She gifted me one. It's just beautiful. We believe it's going to be life-changing. But more importantly, it's going to help you look. And one of the quotes from the true source, which Tio just showed me in a beautiful photograph. I'm not my body. I'm not my past. I am. Well, what does that really mean? I'm not my body. You're more than your body, you're soul. You're here to experience love and joy. You're a manifester. You're a creator. You are the designer of your life. I'm not my past. The heck with what happened in the past. If you learn something and you let it go, then it's over and done with. You know, it's like, don't touch the paint, it's wet. So you touch it. Oh, yeah, I got wet paint, right? Then when you see wet paint, you may be tempted, no, it's wet, I don't want to get paint on my finger. Or my mother said, don't touch the hot pot, you burn yourself. What's hot? Oh, yeah, I got it now, I burned myself. I learned that. So am I going to live in the fear in the past of hot pots, burn myself? No, I learned something new. I am said at this moment, at this second, you are creating your life. Even my words that I'm saying you by milliseconds are going into the past. And the past predicts the present predicts the future. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So whatever you experienced in the past that is limiting, it is repeating itself because you're manifesting that into the present. And as you're living in the present and you're repeating it, it's going to be your future. So if a person says, I'll never be able to swim in the past, they say, nope, never be able to swim. In the future, they'll never be able to swim. Congratulations, you won the argument. You're right. No problem. So think of the negative blocks you have. Stop focusing on it. Ask what you want to learn from it. And that's all. Because everything is an illusion that is negative, and everything that's positive is an illusion. You embrace that illusion and you make it your reality. Pretty simple. And yet, when I talk to the true source many times, and I said, why is spirituality so difficult? The answer is, you humans have to make a big deal out of everything. Go, yep, you're right. I know when I'm manifesting, or sometimes I'm doing energy work to clear something. And it's like, oh, I'm trying so hard. And then other times I go, nope, I just opened myself up. I know it's going to be cleared. And it is the feedback I got. Yep, I'm cleared. Then 2 days later, oh, it's back again. Whoever I'm working with. And I feel like saying, why did you bring it back? Ding dong. I don't do that. I ask, well, what happened? Well, I didn't think I really cleared it. Ding 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 ding. What you think you create, what you create you experience. Hello. Now I don't say that. I'm more tactful because I don't want to bruise anybody or scare anybody. But the truth of the matter is that you are totally responsible for your life. You are totally here to grow and learn. You're totally here to create an epitaph, a history of learning, of love and joy and happiness, so that your family, friends, even others will notice what you've created. We're going to high technology. Of course, some will say, we're already there. Yeah, but you ain't seen nothing yet, that old expression. It's fraught with problems, fear, doubt, control, manipulation in the wrong hands, and is filled with joy, love, and happiness. Whichever way it goes, you as an individual will make a difference. You're probably wondering, what's one person, 8.5 billion people on this planet? But it only takes one person to make a change. And you set up a reaction that spreads and spreads and spreads. And that's what's so important. Like Thomas Edison. We're going to invent electric light bulb. Who needs that? We got oil lamps. We don't need that. It's ridiculous. But he had a belief, and some say he tried 1,013 times. And his friend said, you failed 1,012 times. He said, no. I learned what worked and didn't work. Did you know he catnapped? And the bill collectors were there, and he'd hide under his desk, and he'd sleep under his desk because he believed in something he's going to create. Believe that you are making changes in life. Believe that you are the SOUL and SOLE creator of the life. Believe that you are in charge of your life and you are the role model for others. Remember that. To you, I know you want to say something.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Michael. You talk a lot about we are the SOLE and SOUL creator of our lives. So in this last few minutes that we have, can you share how important it is to incorporate love into that creation?
Sure. I often say there are only two energies, love and anything that is not of love. I know if you want to be picky, you can pick a whole bunch of negative things about anything that isn't love. But as the true source has guided me, keep everything simple. Just KIS, keep it simple, silly. So that's what I'm doing, keeping it simple. Okay. Anything you love, you will attract in your life. I love this food. I love being with fun people. I love riding my bike. I love hiking. I love fishing. I love laughing. I love traveling. That's love. You're attracting it. You can see how I'm smiling, what I feel about it. Oh, I got to drive 2 hours to go see John. Oh, traffic's going to be heavy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Congratulations. Your negativity, your doubts, you're creating a lack of love. And what are you doing? Creating pain, chaos, and blocks in your life. So sometimes we get cut off in traffic by a wise guy, and sometimes you want to give him what we call the Boston bird, and you know what I talk about that. Other times we go, blah, 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 blah. Once in a while, I feel like doing that. And other times I go, you know what? Poor soul's in a hurry. And he's probably trying to get things done. So that's why he's hurrying up. And I ask for a bubble of protection to be around him so that he's safe. But there's always some yahoo that's in a hurry, causes an accident. Everybody's backed up for hours, especially in the state of Washington. If there's a death, they can close down the highway for up to 8, 9, 10, or 11 hours for them to take pictures, see what happened, blah, 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 blah. They can do that or less time. But your life is incumbent upon what you believe in your thoughts. I'm asking everybody to realize you are the solution. You can make a difference on this planet. And through love and expressing joy and happiness, you are the light, you are the energy, you are the vibration, you are the frequency that will make the change in this little planet to create harmony and balance. And goodness knows we need to do it. I know we're running a little short on time. Pardon me for being animated, but really, I just feel that way, that you need to wake up from your slumber. What I'd like to share with you is that every Tuesday evening from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, called Soul Awakening. And Soul Awakening is where you can ask any question you so desire, and hopefully I can answer them. And even if you think you know something, you know what? You've forgotten it. Deep in the memory banks, but you've forgotten it. You go, oh yeah, I know what Michael's talking about. I knew this. Great. But if you've forgotten about it, then you've gained new knowledge. And maybe I'm presenting it in another way. Because I know sometimes through source say, hey, Michael, you forgot about, oh yeah, I remember that. Thank you. And I give thanks for it. So from 6:30 to 7:30, you can ask any question you desire. We don't judge you. And 10 minutes before 7:30, sometime around 7:18, 7:20, I deliver a 10-minute motivational message. And there's 396, 7 of them, something like that. So let me talk about how you can tune in. It's on free conference call. All right. Free conference call, right? So it's audio. You call in on your phone. You can be in your pajamas or whatever. I'll never know. And you can ask any question you so desire. To you, tell them how they get in contact with us.
Absolutely. I put everything in the comments in the Facebook chat, but the number is also 202-926-1059. And the access code, Michael?
125-446-pound. One more time.
Absolutely. 202-926-1059. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. I love doing that. And everyone, please take advantage of this. You know what it costs? $0. What you may gain is a nugget, a golden nugget, could change your whole life. Share it with others using the same telephone number, the same code. Second Saturday of every month from 9:55 a.m. Pacific time to 11:01 Pacific time. We have what we call the mass consciousness healing. And what you do is you call in 9:55. We talk for 5 or 6 minutes, just chat, where you're from, etc. And somewhere around 10:01, 10:02, 10:03, 10:04, we go into a deep meditation. But here's what's beautiful. You, your body, your heart, your chakras become a conduit for the true source's unconditional love to come through your body and surround this planet and touch everything, the animal, mineral, and vegetable kingdom, everything that exists, Mother Earth. And it will change your life. And as that conduit, you have done something important to change this planet. Because, like I said, you are the solution and you can make a difference. That's why you're here. I don't care what you do. That's why you're here. So give them that information, how they can participate in this.
That number is also 202-926-1059. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pounds. Same as the Tuesday evening call-in. One more time.
Okay. 202-926-1059. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. There's one other item I'd like to share with you. Those 10-minute messages that I've talked about with a beautiful photograph behind it. You can see that on YouTube. You can also watch the podcast, the replays. You can do that as well. And all you have to go to is Dr. Michael B. Gross, YouTube, and just you can listen and hear audibly or watch the podcast. What if you're driving in the car? What if you don't have access to your computer? What if you're feeling depressed or angry at work or something's going wrong in your life and you have a little break? Well, you can dial in on the phone and you can listen to one of the podcasts, one of the messages, the audible messages. And that is so important. And it goes from number 93 to about 395 or 396. So they're not labeled in the beginning. I said, oh, I forgot to label them. True Source, do you want to read through 396 labels? No. So this is where you have to trust your soul and higher self. Well, I think I'll listen to number 212. And people go, Michael, it's just what I needed to hear. 212. Changed my life. Changed my day. They go, thank you. How do they access that to you?
This is the number you dial in for those recordings, okay? It's 434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125446 pound.
One more time. 434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125446 pound. And take advantage of it. I'd also like to share our newcomers that I give a complimentary half-hour session. I do mean complimentary. I will not try to sell you anything. Not at all. I will ask, how can I help you? And if you're ever interested, you know how to get a hold of me. That's it. Period. Or something similar. I'm not trying to sell you something. What I'm trying to do is wake up your soul. Because my goal is to get 1% of the population of 8.5 billion people to awaken. And then by the domino theory, one after another, the 100th monkey syndrome, we'll share and share and share, and we'll all make a difference. So I wanted to share that with all of you. Gee, is there anything else you want to add about that?
I think we've got most of that covered. There is one thing, though, that if you could go just a couple quick minutes on the beautiful nonprofit that you offer.
Yes, we have ICE, the International Institute of Self-Empowerment. You've been hearing me talking a lot about it. We've run into some challenges, technological challenges, and we're working those out, and we're developing a beautiful new website. It's getting closer and closer and closer. I know we've been talking a lot about it, but anything good is worthwhile waiting for. It will be phenomenal. It'll be phenomenal for those beautiful souls, and teaching them to be self-sufficient. You're going to be surprised how this works. And the mentorship will be incredible. So, whetting your appetite, leaving you a little bit of question, feeding you saying, I want to learn more when it's right. And of course, we hope you will. And this is being brought to you by Healing the Holes in Your Soul. Tio and I are in competition with this. This is a beautiful book written by Tio, and it's all about healing the holes of your soul. It's about rising yourself from the gutter, from pain, from emotion, into the light of joy and happiness. It's like the proverbial phoenix, the bird that rises from the ashes. This is a must read. It will change your life and inspire you and give you hope. Read it.
Let's start here. I'm going to cut you off, Michael. Start with this book. This is the reason that book that he's holding is actually in print. Because when I started my journey as an author, I had another book in mind, but my book coach led me to Michael, Dr. Michael Gross. And this beautiful book that I'm holding here is his second edition with more and more golden nuggets than the first one. And because of this book and that wonderful gentleman sitting over there holding my book, I was able to actually write that book. And the journey that I've taken in the last almost 5 years is priceless. These books are priceless, in my opinion. and they are available only right now through contacting one of us, okay? And we will have signed copies in the mail to you. All you have to do is just reach out to one of us, okay? Because this changed my life, and to be honest with you, folks, this saved my life. So on that note, Michael, I am so, so grateful for you. And if you know, maybe your life is perfect, okay? And you're not seeking anything. Maybe your soul is already awake, which is fine. You know, I'm happy for you. However, perhaps you know someone who's seeking, someone who's struggling. This is why we do this. We share these these nuggets, these books, and these podcasts that we do because our goal and our mission is to help others who are struggling. Thank you, Michael, for leading me here to this beautiful journey I'm on.
You're welcome. Thank you. And just to let you know, we're not like some of the advertising. And this book is this a bunch of money, and shipping and handling is $2,987.40. We're not that way. Our price includes shipping and handling, which is the retail price of the book. So we absorb that because we want you to have it. So I want to thank all of you, and I want all of you to know that you're very special and that we love you and that you are unlimited. Thank you, everyone. We love you. Namaste.
Namaste. We
Take
love
care.
you.